Okay, hi, hello, my name is Julia and I am live. And this video would be something that you probably do not hear every day. Okay, but I would like to discuss about adult shows at my studio. And I am making this video to announce that I found a very sexy, hot, mature uh, performer. Okay, so let me just speak a little bit more to my performer. Okay, so what we had is last week we had a shoot. Okay, and she was with her husband. All right, and she's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, very flexible, very physical, very how to say sporty, I would say, but very feminine. Okay, sexy blonde, beautiful face, beautiful features. I think she reminds me of Madonna. Okay. And it's not that I think, because I've looked through many pictures and I say this familiarity I just got through through looking at her face. Okay, so what is the difference between being a model and being an adult performer? Okay, people have to really feel this, and I mean not like only sexual energy, but they have to know and understand their body. Okay, feel their body, understand how to create sexual energy, understand how to get the pleasure, understand how to get into the zone, and the enjoyment levels. If you are enjoying having sex or having intimate situations, creating that intimacy and just being able to control it. Okay, very important. Okay, using the toys, using your body, using your face, using your expressions. The reason why I was so mesmerized, because there are a lot of people who perform with their body and enjoy sex. Okay, and there are 1,000 people who contacted me and say, oh, I would like to be an adult model, I would like to try in this business and stuff. And they're all good looking and hot. Okay, but for that you need something different for performance and for the show. Of course, first you need to be serious about this. Okay, to be experienced. Okay, like I say, all these other features about body, energy, and sexuality have to be present. But my dear, your facial expressions were just, you have that wild side in you. Okay, you have that wild side which you are able to release, and people want to see this. Okay, because when a couple is having sex, or someone is watching adult performance on the show, they do not want anyone to hold back. Okay, ladies very often scared that the performance will go and it will be not so, how to say, classy. Okay, or they would look maybe a little bit wrinkled there, or a, a fat in the camera or something. So they're very aware of this. Okay, to present the beauty, to present them, how to say, the tastefulness, to present them the how to say, themselves from the best side. Okay, and when I was filming you, I was thinking that you are a great performer, because you are not concentrating on any of that. Okay, this is the position, this is your body, and you are concentrating on enjoying and getting pleasure for yourself. Okay, and that's very important, because if you get pleasure for yourself, everyone who will watch you will get the sense and understanding and the feeling of that pleasure. Okay, and that's what I can see in the camera. So when I am watching other couples, okay, they are absolutely sexual with each other. They having great making love scenes and sets, but not everyone can perform when there is a stranger first time. And I'm talking about me, I'm not how to say, that the sister, brother, cousin, or whatever. So this is a photographer who comes into the studio and sets up the sets and scenes and creates the fantasy. How quickly you can switch in to the fantasy, that's the whole thing. So in 2 hours time, 2.5 hours time, we shot, I don't know, 8 or 9 scenarios, okay, sexy scenarios, starting from role play and foreplay, and then going into the adult sexy scenes, okay, and you was able to switch for the each of them like this, okay. So imagine if there is a show and the client sends the money in and say, I would like this to happen right now and happen this, okay. So then I can tell you in your ear, which you will have your earplug or something in here, and you can do this. Okay. So it's not like you are having your show in the performance. Live show is an interaction. The more we can present the interaction between us, studio models and videographer, photographer, and a client, the better. Okay, because it's not stage. I know that you will go to watch a how to say, a show, and it's all rehearsed million times. That's why it's so great. But the live shows is not about the rehearsal. It's about being able to react on the moment, being able to switch positions, being able to switch sets. So, okay, like you've seen, my studio is perfect for adult adventures, because even though we shot, I don't know, 10, up to 10 scenarios, you still was not able to go through all the studio sets available. Yeah, you haven't been on the round bed, okay. And excuse me, but this is where I wanted you to shoot, but there was no time. We had so many things and ideas to put you in a fetish corner. What is this BDSM cage created, right? With all these constraints and all these collars and handcuffs and chains and all this heavy stuff, right? So that's another thing. What I'm just saying to you, this is a variety of adventures we can show to our clients. You know, the problem with our society is that everyone is doing the same, and they're shooting the same thing, okay, and they're performing in the same way, and they do not understand what is a performance, okay, but I do, okay. And so I think when a great teacher like me, okay, great, meets a great student like you, okay, it is inevitable chemistry. It is inevitable great results. Of course, we need to work for it. Of course, we need to go for it. And of course, it takes time, because there is two ways to do the shows. Or you put a very huge and big investment, or you're doing it slowly. What that means, putting a huge investment, it means that you are putting a lot of money into advertisement and creating that stuff. But in the same time, you need to be aware that there will be a very big stream, okay, coming towards you. Imagine if you will have a 10,000 people who are watching or want to be on that waiting list, and you need to serve this 10,000, 100,000, million, 2 million, 10 million, okay. So I am saying to better to start small and very individual, and understand what our client wants, and then expand, okay. That's my way of doing it. So the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to talk to you, okay, and I want to use this footage already, because everything what we will discuss during the project, people will be watching, people will be joining on our waiting list. They want to see sexual stories. They want to see intimate adult adventures and the things like you sent to me. Okay, so people, there will be a VIP list who will come to our studio, and they would have their own hostesses who would look after them. Okay, there will be a lot of sexy models here in the studio, not just the performer. Okay, so there will be a lot of sexy models who will look after them. I will be just doing technical stuff and making all work and happen online and offline and behind the scenes, right? But there will be people who will be working here with the clients, and the same, there will be people who will be serving online, okay, translations, okay, because there has to be someone online checking what are the comments, what are the, you know, requests, and what they want, what they like, what they dislike, okay. So that's important. But another thing is, which is also very important, is that you know, the whole idea, of having here someone and people who will be online watching other people who are VIP people here in the studio watching adult show. That's the most probably mesmerizing thing, because if we will have enough brave guys, of course they will be coming with their masks on. Okay, it will be all a hidden identity, and we would not ask them to reveal themselves and how to say and remove the mask. They will be all the time with in the studio with face covering, right? But okay, they will have drinks, they will have a good time, they can relax, and then, like you say, they can come on you. Okay, because during that show, it is not possible to not to get a boner. You understand? So there will be a lot of people jerking off on the camera, which is our main goal, basically. The porn online is not stimulating enough. People need to put their own how to say effort to things to happen. But I am making this live shows to actually, because you know what, when people, how to say, when the guy, and this is with the guy's physical state, right? The masturbation can happen in their dreams if they will have a very pleasant dream, sexual fantasy, and they can come in their dream. That was happening in their youth, you know so they were not forcing it, not pushing it, right? And that's where I want to take this experience to. Okay, I would like to have so high frequency uh, energy footage video show that they would be ready. Okay, through watching this show, they would like to just naturally, okay, without any forcing. Okay, because what happens in the very stressful mind, all these things get blocked. Okay, that's why they go to see a lot of mental health professionals, because the people, men in general, experience a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, a lot of, how to say, competition, a lot of, how to say, chase and well, that's already negative things, but there are a lot of different things, and everything adds up and ends up in their health. So having this such a high quality relief, watching the show, would help their health. Okay, so if there will be so much happy after this show, the same like having the best sex ever, it just happened to them naturally because they watched it. Okay, so our show will be very popular, and that's my goal. And imagine if we spice it up with the things like so everyone can masturbate, okay, and enjoy themselves in the studio while performance is happening, okay? And even models can help them and stimulate them in some way, depending on the ticket they bought, what kind of a high ticket they bought. Some models can be dressed with them, okay, depending on the price they pay. Some models can be in the lingerie, okay, sitting on their lap. Okay, some models can touch them, some models cannot touch them. Some clients can interact with, sorry, with, some clients can interact with the show person, the lady who is performing, and they can come closer, or the lady can come towards them. And also they can come on the show lady who is performing. So they are all aroused and they are all, how to say, excited. And if they book that ticket, okay, which allows them to do that, okay, we can even film how clients, the watchers in the studio, interact with the lady who is providing the show and literally coming on her boobs. Imagine this setup when five guys, okay, five guys at one time, okay, performing. And well, what happens is that when everything is naturally and the process is natural, it's not like you booking five models and you ask them to how to say, to do it for the job, okay, to do like a forced staged, okay, scene. This is going to be normal guys, okay, coming and just happen to be in a sexual atmosphere where is a very high stimulation, and they want to come, okay, and they want to come and they can join and they can come all in a group, okay, on that model. And that's gonna be, how to say, an amazing an amazing scenario, an amazing fantasy, which many people would like to watch. And not necessarily they would like to watch this all staged in a poor channel. They would like to watch it in an art studio, in an adult art studio, with the adult models watching them, clients coming and they are watching how the performance lady performing, and the clients who are coming on her, okay, can associate their fantasy with, okay, so they can be in their places, like, okay, transform. I hope you understand what I'm saying, but I'm just saying it's going to be an amazing idea, it's going to be an amazing experience, and I need a very, how to say, strong and sexually bound model, and of course dedicated and crazy person, photographer, videographer like me, who can pull that gig and make these things happen and arrange and make the arrangements, okay, and the whole thing, okay, because what the models will do, they will just turn up and be pretty and perform and be sexy and be in the mood, you know. The rest of the work, administrative, email communication, setting up the softwares, and how to say, producing the content, make sure that the quality of the content going to the viewer is on the top. So there are a lot of things to consider for me, okay, pushing that business. I don't want you to watch, you know, on the phone cameras or something. I mean, you know, I'm not filming like that. It's going to be all professional cameras connected, so you will see a very good footage, okay. And at the end, everyone who paid for a show, okay, per ticket, they will get a video as a present to remember this show that they can go back to and come again and again on the same basis. Like, they can just go back into that memory. So that's the whole thing, okay, to create that product, to create the show, okay, and to make a lot of men happy, happier more than they can get this free porn, because free porn cannot deliver that, okay, that instance, that life experience, okay, and that's all that matters. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope my idea was clear, and I hope that we can communicate, okay. I know that my model is up for it and ready, okay, and I trust the model, and because I've seen the instincts are there, okay. And I don't know how it will be when there will be strangers there, okay? It is one thing to perform with your husband, and there is another thing to perform in front of a public, okay? But I can see that there is a very big chance, okay? And I am really happy to push things forward, because it just looking good, okay? It's just looking good in front of the camera, and it just, you know, it just makes sense to me, okay. So thank you so much, and love you, kiss you, mean it.